Okay. Hello, fellow beer whores. Welcome to the 19th episode of misBEERhavior. I am your host, Ariana, and this is my lovely co-host, Missy, and my other lovely co-host, Ronald. And today we are going to drink beer and talk shit.
Hell yeah.
On 2 days. Will you sit that over there?
Yes.
I meant to not have it sitting here while we were... But anyway,
Free beer, not beers.
On 2 days episode of misBEERhavior. misBEERhavior!
I like that.
We are going to drink a pink lemonade sour tart session ale by Highwire Brewing. And then we have a vanilla porter by Shea Brewing. And as always, our Dos Equis and Mysterious Beerious. And we are going to start off with this Highwire. And I did not research our beer companies today after giving shit to my fellow co-hosts about not researching their beer.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this one is Highwire Pink Lemonade Session Sour Ale. Tart session ale brewed with raspberries, lemon peel, and lemongrass. And it is 4.2%. How lame is that?
So what's the can look like?
The can is yellow, and it has like pink writing on it, and it has like a pink dude on a high wire, like a outline. And that's about it. It's kind of like it looks like kind of a nice, simple can, really.
It's pretty cool looking.
I like it.
We've had Highwire before. At least I've had Highwire before, haven't we?
It sounded familiar.
I think we've had a high wire before.
It was definitely something we had during the butt plug ages.
Probably.
I'll have to look back, but I'm pretty sure we have.
So I like the way this looks.
Ooh, it's like a really peachy color.
Right, and it's got a clearness to it, but it also has a little bit of a haziness to it. It kind of looks like a really good summer beer. Doesn't look too heavy or anything like that.
Highwire Brewing is out of Louisville, Kentucky, as I slowly bring up the website. And they have a 5,500 square foot tap room in... They have a second tap room outside of North Carolina now. Well, yeah, so they're Louisville Brewing, so they're local. They are family-friendly, pet-friendly. They have interactive soccer games, murals, outdoor seating available, free parking behind the tap room, 20 unique taps of Highwire beer, flagship seasonal specialties, sour and wild ales. They have wine and cider draft taps. Non-alcoholic options. And it looks like a pretty fun place.
So I like how this can is. It has like a slide of each. So it has hops and it has less or more. It has less hops. And then it says sour, and it has kind of like about 3/4 of the way sour. And then color is about like a quarter above light. So
I noticed that.
That was pretty kind of cool that it has that on there.
I liked it. I noticed that on there.
So scent wise, there's a little bit of a scent, but not much. Just kind of berry. Flavor wise, not bad. Definitely pink lemonade.
I think it just tastes like super tart. Like I'm having trouble. It almost kind of reminds me of a one of the White Claw seltzers. Because it's not flavorless, but it's not strong on the flavor. It's just very...
For a sour, I was expecting more punch, that's for sure.
I think it kind of tastes like when you bite into a lemon.
Maybe. It's fairly bitter. There's not a lot of sweet to it, which it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, it definitely would be good if you're sitting out on a hot day or something.
I feel like there's maybe a little bit of sweetness missing to this, but maybe not. I don't know. It's a sour, so... It's obviously not supposed to be too sweet. There's something... I think it's very basic, which isn't a bad thing.
Okay, so I've done a quick bit of homework on them, or at least brought up the about us section on Highwire Brewing. Would you like to go through it, or shall I read it for you, man?
You go right ahead, Ronald.
So, Highwire Brewing was originally founded out of Asheville, North Carolina, which every time I've read anything about there, I need to go spend some time. It looks like kind of a cool hippy-dippy town. But basically, two college roommates saw an opportunity when the local brewery closed in town. They bought it, opened it up in 2013, and they expanded throughout the years. And for us Ohio folks and Southwest Ohio, they have a location in Louisville, Kentucky, which isn't that far from us.
Right. Hell yeah.
And like I said a little bit ago, their tap room's got a lot of like games and different entertaining things to do, along with getting hammered.
That would be
cool.
fun. I would go there.
Totally.
I feel like if get around to getting the Louder Than Life tickets down in Louisville this year, that'll be a to-do list item.
That would, right.
So we have done a high wire beer before. It was Chai 10W40 that we've done. It was on our 45th episode of the Strobing Butt Plug.
TheStropingButtPlug.com. It's been a while. I wanted to say it like that. It's all melodic.
That's funny. You didn't do the jazz hands little.
I forgot about the jazz hands.
misBEERhavior.com.
Misbeerhavior. Actually, put anything on misBEERhavior.com?
No,
Do we have a .com?
we do,
Oh, shit.
and I haven't not done any bit of the setup at all. I've been wanting to, and
We're sucking.
right.
We suck at life.
But anyway,
So, how the hell are we doing this week?
doing fairly decent.
I don't know.
So I will say this: on the way here, I was listening to Blake the Brewery Explorer's newest podcast out, and he went to Crooked Handle. And what I liked about how they come up with their name for their brewery, and so I guess like the guys like who own it, they like a small group of friends. There might like 2 or 3 of them, maybe more. I don't know, but they were doing home brews in each of their garages, or at least at their houses, and they had they're kind of doing it competitively amongst each other, and so someone would get a new home brew kit, like they would upgrade, so then the other ones would be like, I want to upgrade, and then they would all like end up upgrading, and they had really good shit. Well, the one guy, he went to make himself his own mash paddle, and when he made it, it was like really sloppy and the handle was crooked. And then they like teased this dude about it, and then they wanted to make their own brewery, so they opened up LegalZoom so they could create an LLC. And the first question was, "What's the name of your business?" And then they threw that out there, like, "Hey, how about Crooked Handle?" Because that's just yeah, and that was exactly what they did. So it was actually really cool. So and I really liked hearing that. So if you like learning cool things like that about breweries, specifically Ohio breweries, go check out Blake the Brewery Explorer. He's on Spotify and Apple. I know he's on a handful of others, but I'm really liking listening to that. He interviews, breweries here in the Ohio area, so that's what you'd be listening to, and it's actually really cool.
Yeah, I was. I potentially found another place to go last Friday when I was done with my work week. I stopped off at Tailspin Brewery in Coldwater, Ohio. A little tiny place. Coldwater is hell and gone for most spots, but they do good work. And I was talking to their head brewer up there, Mr. Austin, and hopefully Mr. Blake and Austin will get together and they'll do some good stuff up there.
Yeah, I have yet to go there. The only beers I've had from there are the ones that you brought to us.
I needed a good working beer last Friday, so I took home a 32-ounce can of they got a New England IPA, and it definitely hit the spot for staying up way later than I should have, wrenching on things in the garage.
Oh yeah.
While I was there, Austin was all excited because he'd started doing some seltzers and was giving me samples of their different flavors of seltzer, and they were all very good. Did a mint julep one that was a little bit too minty for my taste.
I would like that.
Kind of wound up tasting a little toothpastey, but that's okay.
I would dig it. I like mint.
Same here. I would like it.
We're all waiting on you, Ronald.
That's right, dude.
I finished it. Okay, I'm sorry, mistress. They said something earlier about putting a ball gag in my mouth because apparently I'm too loud.
And so now he's quieter this week when I patted his microphone. So then we're gonna have to see how that works. But
And the
I fucked you over.
that's all right.
They're gonna have to put they're gonna have to give me a ball gag with a straw function somehow or another, because I won't be able to say anything. Maybe even not even outside of the safe word. I still have to be able to taste the beer somehow.
It's all right. I wonder if this sour is so tart because we had those Cayman Jacks.
Yeah, that's possible.
I tried it already.
She cheated. She cheated on us.
I always
It's
do
already-
because I'm like, I bought a 6-pack last week, and I'm like, it's Saturday. I'm gonna drink a beer or two. So it was just a sour.
Okay. So for me, this isn't that bad of a sour. I like a good tart lemonade.
I think it doesn't. Maybe it needs more lemony taste. It just kind of tastes like, I don't know.
See, I get the lemon.
Chemicals.
There's
I don't get chemicals.
So I don't know if you guys remember when I made that Dragon's Blood blueberry lemonade beer. There's a type of hops called lemon drop hops.
Okay.
And I used a lot of that with just a little bit of lemon juice in there. And I'd be willing to bet they used a ton of lemon drop hops in this.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it doesn't have a super...
Other than the fact that they're...
Backbite to me, but my guess is a ton of that.
I can even slightly taste the raspberry a little bit.
So I was going to say, I can taste the raspberry, but since there's no sweet, it's just kind of super bland, which I think I would prefer more lemon.
This would be excellent on one of the really sweaty hot summer days when you're sitting there. Not for so much a lawn mowing beer, but you're just kind of sitting there chilling maybe by the pool or something.
I could see that.
That's exactly what I thought.
That would be this kind of beer.
Not the lawn mowing beer.
It's not too bad.
It's not some Hank Hill beer shit.
Right. I feel like, I just think it needs a little bit more lemon because I'm not getting...
What was the ABV on this one?
It's only a 4.2.
Yeah, so it's not super heavy. So definitely one you can drink a lot of. So, yeah, good relaxing summertime beer. You could probably get away with mowing with it. But for me, I think if this got warm while you were mowing, it would be pretty hideous.
Probably.
What do you guys rate it? I think a 3.
That's what I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
I'm going to do 2.75. It's not awful, but not my favorite. Till you guys said raspberry, I didn't realize there was any raspberry to it.
That's the pink.
Right.
The pink. Well,
Yeah, raspberry's the pink.
So the raspberry probably picked up some of the acidity from the raspberry maybe. But as far as calling it a sour, whatever, guys. Highwire, you did okay.
Highwire, you did okay. You weren't a disappointment. I'm proud of you, sport.
I mean, it doesn't taste like battery acid or
No.
What was the other one? Battery acid.
Stomach
or
acid?
Acid reflux.
I feel like Ron's verging on the edge of being a candidate for that show, that podcast that I was telling you guys about earlier.
Oh,
The beach too sandy, water too wet.
that's great.
Where you review, I give it a 2.75, but you did okay. It's pretty good.
Fine, 3, bitch.
Now I'm leaving it.
That's right.
2.75, Ron.
I'll fuck up the average. That's cool.
Well, I feel like it would still, if you were to average that, it would probably end up still being a 3, all of them divided.
Right.
So,
I'll be like that kid in school that fucks up the grade curve. The one kid that actually tried and gets an A, and everybody else is like, fuck this test, I'm going to bullshit it.
Right.
Most of the class gets Fs, but they're like, fuck this, I'm an overachiever.
That's Missy.
I was mediocre-ish. I was just I was good at stuff.
Yeah. She'd just wing a test and be like, aces. And I'd wing a test and I'd be like,
It all depends. There was a lot of shit that I did really bad at. I remember doing, we had stupid books we had to read, and it was Romeo and Juliet, and I didn't read shit about it. And I was like, yep, I'm not even going to read the questions to the test. So I just guessed letters. I just marked them down.
Dude, you know how many book reports I bullshitted? Just and they're like, you obviously didn't read this just because I was making shit up.
I'm going to old man this for a second. In our days, we had to bullshit our book reports. We had to come up with things on our own. Now with fucking Chat GPT and the fucking AIs, you're like, I need a book report that is 3 pages on Romeo and Juliet and summarize it.
That would be really funny.
And then within seconds, it's just oh yeah, I'll fucking bullshit that for you.
I once had this partner at work who was telling me how he
You're the beer rinser.
how he was bullshitting his I think it was like a Moby Dick book report or something like that.
It was about a whale who had a big dick.
And he said that he basically had watched the Wishbone episode of Moby Dick, and that's what he based his book report on.
And then the part where the little dog was running around and being cute.
Dude, I just blatantly made shit up. Like, it didn't... I read the back of the book or something and would just fucking fill in the blanks. like,
how many teachers are just like, well, this kid's a fucking retard. They're a fucking idiot. They are never going to go anywhere. Man.
They should have stopped being so fucking boring.
Well, there's just like the level of work this kid went to bullshit this Romeo and Juliet thing. You can tell that they've never did it, but man, the creativity that they put into bullshitting and adding in things they think Romeo and Juliet's about.
A for effort.
Well, I feel like
they're like the part in Romeo and Juliet where they fuck.
Oh, I was going to say, if you're not familiar with Wishbone, I never really watched it, but it was this little terrier style dog that would...
It was on PBS?
Yes, and they would tell the story with the dog incorporated in it, and I really don't know how they did it, but I remember people being obsessed with it, and I was like, I never watched
I think that was a
Wishbone.
little after our time. Like, we were probably like grown up by then.
I think we were a little bit older because I remember Ashley being like rolling her eyes because Vincent and Tyson were obsessed with it. They were like, "Oh yes, Wishbone! This is fucking awesome."
That me, who is the oldest here, the most mature, responsible one here,
has watched it numerous times.
I did actually. Wishbone was cool. I watched PBS Kids shit like well into my 20s.
I probably did
I
too.
had a kid.
I used to watch Arthur when I was like in my 20s.
Man, fucking Arthur.
I probably was an Arthur watcher.
Arthur's ridiculous.
I liked
because that
watching
show-
it when my kids were little.
Or Magic School Bus was the shit.
I
too.
liked
Like,
that one.
Arthur's ridiculous because that show lasted like 20 or 30 fucking seasons. They only recently stopped making new episodes of it.
Not me liking Sesame Street that's like fucking 70 years old.
Fuck yeah, Sesame Street. I'll still watch that shit.
Hell yeah.
ABC,
Sesame Street
motherfucker.
is like, Sesame Street is like a fucking, I don't know, a staple of American television versus Arthur, which, you know, him and his little stupid bitch sister. It's like, fuck you, little bitch sister.
Stupid little
I will
bitch
just say
sister.
that I only watched Arthur because I only had local channels and I didn't have cable because I was poor, and that was all that was on.
I mean, for a
But
long
she
time-
liked it anyway. She had the choice to read or go outside and smoke pot.
Well, I mean, obviously I was probably smoking pot while I was watching it.
This would be true.
What the fuck was another show they had on PBS? Was this Ghost Rider show where they had?
I like that one.
That was another one that I thought.
I don't
was cool.
remember the actual show, but I remember watching
But they
it.
had like this little like white dot that was supposed to be around being a ghost, and it would like the kids had some like mystery or something that was going on, and the Ghost Rider would like give them hints and write notes to them on the wall.
I remember that now. That's so
And then,
fucking
like,
funny.
The last episode of it, they were like, "We're gonna find out who the Ghost Rider is." And they went back in time or something, and you never did figure out who he was. But like, he was trapped in a wall for 40 years, and the kids broke out. I was like, "Oh, there he is."
That's pretty
Because
funny.
the Ghost and Ghost Rider could time travel because yeah.
Hell yeah. Good times.
Memories.
Let's see. So how would we describe this beer other than we have sour, lemon, light, and raspberry? I would go with basic.
I'm gonna go refreshing.
Basic.
I'd say it's refreshing.
I'd say it's refreshing.
It could be refreshing. Let's see.
Basic bitch beer.
Tart.
Some of these I don't know that are options on there.
Right.
But I know basic definitely is not.
That's
But I will
bullshit.
write that. I will write that in the comment section.
yeah.
Missy says this is basic bitch beer.
That's right. This is a basic bitch
And then I'll
beer.
tag Highwire Brewing in it also.
How about instead of
this is-
basic bitch beer, how about we go, if you're a person who's craft beer curious, you want to try something a little bit different than the standard, try this one.
That could probably actually be done. If you're a seltzer fan, you might like that. If you're a seltzer fan that likes sour items, I could see that.
But, you know, it'd be a good segue for someone who's like, I don't know about craft beer or sours. Oh, my God. That's a good segment. It's a good, like, gateway drug for 'em.
I would say, yeah. I'm not huge on sours. I like the tart, like the sweeter sours, like that have a little bit
I
of
do
a sweetness
too,
to
right.
it, better
I
than
will
just like
definitely
sour.
state that if you're someone who likes, who wants a good summer lemonade but doesn't want it quite so sickeningly sweet, you want a little bit more tart.
Doing a little bit
Wonder
more of a
what he's
tight
thinking
beverage.
A little bit more tight, tight tart, whatever, fucking, lemony flavor. That's kind of what you got. Because a lot of summertime lemonades, like lemonade shake-ups at the fair and shit, they will just, sugar the hell out of them. This kind of leans less sugared, more bitey.
So I think like this would be good if you like took the glass and you sugared the rim of the glass.
Ooh,
I bet it would
that
be
would be
delicious
awesome.
like that.
Hell yeah.
A sugar rim job would be great with this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man.
I would like that.
You need a sugary rim job now?
Yes.
That's right. A sugary rim job.
Norwich of George Takei. Oh my.